could support an amendment to the zoning bylaw to initiate a cash in lieu exemption for all main streets as a means of encouraging the reuse of buildings. I think that's the point we have to talk about. What type of exemptions are we talking about? I got thinking about it today. I did a lot of research on this on the weekend. For one thing, seasonal restaurants. Is it fair to ask seasonal restaurants that are only in business 4 or 5 months of the year to pay full-time cash in lieu? I look at the number of parking spots in Grand Bend and I think to myself, where would you add more parking? I think of the legality around the original motion for the exemption back on February 22nd, and I'm not sure if we complied with that, if we had the right to do that without a public meeting, that type of thing. So I would like us to move this to next Thursday at 3, have substantive discussion on the possibilities of amending the zoning bylaw to reflect certain exemptions, have a public process, and then we won't go into this in the future where we're looking at cases, situationally or selectively, and then we get into trouble saying they're playing favorites or whatever. So that's my table motion. Not the whole thing, we just table.
Motion to table has been seconded. I guess we can't have any further discussion. If we table it, it's put off till next
Thursday 3, I think, and that gives us time to look at
May the 1st, May the 2nd,
May the
3.
Yeah.
All in favor of that? Opposed? It's carried. Eight point. No, 8.4 is the agreement, site plan agreement, or amended site plan agreement on 71 River Road. And that's dealing with, what page is that? 105. Okay, there's a recommendation there that we approve the bylaw authorizing execution of amending site plan agreement between 232-7924 Ontario Inc. Corporation of Mansion Shores, 71 River Road, Grand Bend. Motion for that recommendation. Councillor Russell, second by Councillor Cook. Any questions on that? All in favor of that? Carried. 8.5, Jericho Wind Inc. Draft municipal consultant form, and Deputy Mayor Dag has previously declared a conflict on this evening. So this is for council review and direction. To receive the report for discussion.
I'd like to receive it for discussion and then move on to my table motion for other reasons.
Yes.
I'd like to discuss this one.
All right.
So then, when he makes his tabling motion, vote against it, and we can discuss it. That's the process. So you want a motion to discuss, receive and discuss this report?
Point of order, there is a motion on the floor. The only thing
Did you make your tabling motion?
No, as the mover, here's my concern. As the mover, this report, I think, while this report is good, I think I put up the North Perth one tonight, or today, and I like it. I'd like to see more of that in this one. I also have some other concerns around performance bonds and contaminated ground cleanup, that type of thing. So while I think this is a good step, I think if councils agree, if they read the North Perth one and we add that to it, then I would say let's have a discussion. But to discuss this one, if we're going to move to include more of the North Perth one, I think is redundant. So that was just my feeling. I'm not saying to discount this one, but I think the North Perth one goes that much further and addresses some of the concerns that I had that aren't in here. I think the biggest concern we have on the wind turbines is how long these guys are going to be in business, and I think we have to be very careful that we protect the municipal interest, and we don't let them build these things and then walk away without some type of performance bond. I think we need insurance bonds around contaminated ground. If pieces of these things fly off and land around the ground like happened in Goderich during the fire, who pays for the cleanup? Who pays for the damage? So I think there's issues like that that I would like to see in there. North Perth has it covered, so I'm just suggesting, if council's agreement, if you didn't see it today, I would like to ask the planner if she brought that back, then we have a discussion. That's just to save time. It's out there, and so we can do it next week.
So are you moving that we have a discussion on this, or are you moving that we table it?
Well, what I'm saying is I don't think the discussion that we would have tonight, given looking at the North Perth model, would be as complete, is if we table this, bring back in addition to this report, including the North Perth suggestions, then have the discussion. To me, makes sense. But if you want to discuss this one tonight, go.
So I don't have a motion.
No, it's for discussion, it was received.
Okay, there's a motion to
Received for
discuss.
discussion, and I
Seconded that. All in favor of that? Now we'll have a discussion on the report. Councilor Russell?
I haven't seen the North Perth thing, but if I remember back to November, what we said was, it was well received, Mr. Mayor, I think you chaired that excellent, it was an excellent meeting. But one of the things we promised after that is that we would allow the public consultation process to continue. When the public consultation process and people in the public made their reports to the process, we would then study those. That's only been a week since then. There's some good reports, we read them over in this agenda. I think if there's new information, like Councilor Bonesteel is saying, I think we have to remember back to the reports we had from staff leading up to November, which said we can't hire anybody to do any technical stuff and do municipal reports and all this stuff because everybody's been hired by the big companies. And so we're kind of, we've got half a limp wing and all this stuff, and they were true. So any good reports we can get where we've had some other municipality that's done a little bit will only help our staff to get to the answers that we want to be able to put this in the legal framework we need under the guise of what we can do, which, as we all well know, is very, very limited. But I think what we promised last November is that we would continue on in an open, transparent way. But the important thing was the more tools we can get our staff is helping them, because we're under constraint. We understood that, right? So I agree with, I'm not sure about the tabling, I just think we shouldn't just suddenly stop this and say send that away in the municipal. This is a good report, but it's part of a process. It's still got to be going further.
Councilor Scott?
I think we've waited this long to do this. If we're going to have another report that's available, we're not discounting this. I think it's excellent. So can't we just wait until we get a copy of that added to it and then sit down and discuss the whole thing as a whole? It's just another report to read. Just give it, because otherwise we're going to get that one and then we're going to want to read it and then we're going to have to look at them all over again. So I think we're better off to wait till we get that report and then have it all at once and discuss it once rather than have two more discussions.
Anyone else have any comments? Planner, like to make a
I
comment?
just want some clarification,
Yeah.
that's all. So that I don't bring back something that you didn't want. Are you suggesting that I simply bring back my report with the North Perth report for your consideration, and then you'll go through and, let's say, pick the things that you want to strengthen in ours, and we'll take them, and then I'll come back again with the final? Is that where we're at? You're not asking me to go through Perth and plop it in ours. You're going to go through Perth and tell me which ones you want. Is that, if that's fine. I just want to clarify.
Would it not be more efficient to have the North Perth report and have our staff take the things out of the North Perth that are missing in ours and add them to it? And have a report that's kind of closer to what, with everything included on both reports, rather than come back and, well, here's two reports, what do you want in, what do you want out? If we could direct our staff to take the North Perth report and where it strengthens our comments and makes improvements that are for Atlantic Shore's benefit, put the two together in a revised report and bring it back.
That's an excellent idea. I think when you have people that have studied this wind thing and truly define it, I'm not being disrespectful and suggesting you're not, but when you've had people that have studied this so in depthly for the last 2 years, that have said this North Perth thing hits it bang on, I just think we'd be remiss not to look at it, juxtapose